Hey, I'm Rene David Flores. I'm from Mexico, and I'm 39 years old. I live in Chicago. Uh, I am a makeup artist and hairstylist, and I have my own business. I do hair and makeup for brides, for special occasions, photo shoots, and my story is about domestic violence. So
When did it? Thank you. So you identify as a domestic violence survivor.
domestic
Yes.
violence.
Tell us a little bit about your experience with that. Like what age you were, who was there, what happened.
Well, all of this began when my mom and my dad. So I grew up, with them with a lot violence from my dad, and maybe because I'm the youngest of my family, maybe that will be normal for me. So I grew up and I was, looking for love and for someone to take care of me, and so I found this person and we got married. We have a long distance relationship for almost 2 years. I was living in Mexico and he was living here in Chicago. So we have a long distance relationship for almost 2 years. So after that, we decided to get married. And that's why I, had to take the decision to move to Chicago. So for me, it was so difficult because I left everything. I left my family, I left my job, I left everything, and so for love. So after that, uh,
How long were you married?
for almost 8 years. So the first 2 years, that was, a little complicated because everything was new for me. And living with this person or living with someone is difficult. So living with this person is like, it was like so stressful for me because I was new in the city and all of this, it was new for me. So I had to, because my condition in this country or in this city was like, finding, new opportunities and trying to, to have my green card and everything. So this person approached, of that, and he take advantage of that because I was literally a baby in this, and here, and so he was, training to me, like, okay, you leave me, you're gonna have, your green card, you're not, you can see your family or your friends. And I was, okay, so I need to be here, like, and follow the orders, and everything. So after that, I'm a cancer survivor, and during my treatment, my family wants to, wanted to be here, support me, and he was, like against, he wants to be alone with me.
Yeah.
And so my mom, she was here, and the first night when she was, when after she arrived, he was drunk and he was, insulting me, he was hitting me in front of my mom. And so after that, I had to take the decision, like, okay, I need to stop this. I need to stop this because my life is first, and I was remember, like everything my mom, has to pass, with my dad, with my father. And I was like, you know what, I need to cut out, with this chain, with this cycle, of violence or everything, So unfortunately, my mom, she passed away like a month ago. And
A month ago today?
Yeah.
I'm sorry to hear that, David. I didn't know that.
Yeah. So she teach me how to be strong, how to be strong, how to survive, how to, keep going.
Yeah.
And I'm so proud, of whatever, what I'm doing now. I'm so proud of it. And if you are listening to me or someone is listening to me, you're not alone.
That's beautiful.
You're not alone. And people like them, you need to avoid, and keep strong And I learned something when I was with my cancer, and I was, with my mom and everything, here alone in this city, surviving, every day.
What did you do? How do you take care of yourself? What do you do to be good and kind to yourself? That would be interesting for people.
3 years ago,
Yeah.
3 years ago, I decided, to, continue my life with my doggy, with my little doggy. He's my support and everything. And because he left me, with no money, with no papers, with nothing. And I had to go with a friend, because I was homeless. And I was, looking to come back to my hometown with my family. But my mom, she told me, like, no, you are there and you need to be strong. And so...
David, take a breath. You have a lot of feeling right now. Just breathe. Just breathe for a minute. You're good. You're safe. You're fine. You're warm. Clearly, you're in a good, stable place in your life. Come back to the moment for a minute. You know what I mean? Like, come back to now. You've been through a lot. Just breathe. That sounds better. Welcome back. Tell us for this next part, maybe, how do you take care of yourself? Is it therapy or church groups or 12-step or some sort of, what kind of support, what other kind of human support did you reach out for to get better?
Well, I have my therapist, my family. First of all, my family, because my uncle and my aunt, they are therapists and they are helping me every time. My doggy, he's helping me. He's my support animal.
Sure.
And he was with me with my cancer and with every step, in my life. And my doggy is my everything. My mom, she was with me. And she's still with me.
Yeah, of course.
And friends, people, and my work, people that I know, every day, but first of all, my job, because this is my passion. Being a makeup artist and hairstylist is my passion when I was a little kid. And this is, like, makes me feel happy.
We can tell. You're a wonderful makeup artist.
Thank you.
Wonderful. So your passion for your job, you threw yourself more into what you love also. And your family, you have therapists in your family.
Yes.
And you have an emotional support doggy.
Yes.
It's a pretty good combination. If you could go back in time, being your own bodyguard, you understand me? Go back in time to a younger self when you were just getting married and your abusive husband was controlling and manipulating you. What would you say to him? Or what would you say to yourself? How would you coach yourself in that situation?
Well, every time when I was, dealing with this person and all the situations, in that time, I was just, like, grabbing my dog and walk and just thinking, in a positive way and saying, say every time, like, okay, this is temporarily. This is not forever. This is temporarily. And when I had to take the decision to continue my life with this person, I was, like, walking with my doggy, and I watched a building, and I was thinking, in my future, I'm there, living in my dream, and living in my own apartment with my own things.
So visualization.
I visualize.
Yeah, that's
I have my vision, and I have I want to be there, and thank God and thank to the life, thank to my dream come true.
Well, with hard work, I imagine, because you're almost divorced. I think you said you're.
Yes, my divorce is in. He never responded my petition.
Yeah.
So I have to be honest. I was like a little, we're all, together, by my mom and everything, and this, like, okay, he never respond. No. I always say this is what I had to do.
Yeah.
And so in January, I'm gonna have my, appointment, with the trial and everything to solve this problem.
So
but it's not anymore a problem. So I'm happy now because now it's gone.
So please invite us to the celebration.
Yes, let's celebrate.
We'd love to help you celebrate.
I need to make a party, maybe.
Yeah, of course. You did wonderfully. Let me give you a warrior stripe. We have a little mark to show that you are a survivor, not a victim, because you helped yourself out of it, right?
Yes.
Hold on one second. Heidi, actually, you're expert at this too, right? Heidi's going to help you. Mm-hmm. She's going to show you how to do it too.
You just stick your thumb in here, and we're gonna do like a mark over underneath your eye, like a football.
And here?
Yeah.
Or
Right like this. Look like me. Start here by the nose. By the nose. Yes. And go straight across like your warrior paint. Yes. Well done, sir. Well done. Beautiful.
That's wonderful.
Thank you.
So